All right, so thank you for attending our campaign 10 tips. This is something that I've been doing for a few years, and it's kind of fun to look back at the previous earlier ones. I can see that my presentation skills have developed, and even like the looks of the slides and everything look way better than when I first started doing them. So if you are hesitant to do something that you think would grow your business and you're just not doing it because of nerves, get over that and really try to start doing it, because the more you do it, the more you can critique and improve in your own skills. So you're never going to be moving forward if you're not pushing you and your business forward. You want to build your business by design and not by default. So a lot of you have joined our calls before or are a team member of Team Momentum. All right, so Kim's just telling me that she's going to be in a few more minutes. And she is a mom of 2 young girls, so she said she may have a partner there with her tonight because her husband wasn't going to be home. And I said, well, that's good, because that shows how real this is. When we work from home, we have interruptions, we have kids, dogs, whatever else. So I hope that this is something that you join. I put it out there for free for all representatives to watch, and I just hope that you learn a tip or two to help you be more successful in your Avon business. So I have developed quite a bit of training and tips on YouTube. So if you are looking, hey Kim, hi. I'll check in with you. Do you want to do a sound check real quick? Maybe she can't hear me yet. Okay. Hang on one second. Okay, so for free information, check out my YouTube channel. I also do training. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to pursue the training portion of it. It seems to create a little bit too much friction. So I may step back from the training, but I will always be here to provide tips and do events and help you be successful. If you are a team member of Team Momentum, one of the perks is that you get free access to all my training. It is beneficial for you to learn from Avon. It's also beneficial for you to learn from other Avon representatives. So as of now, the only paid training class I have set up is our May boot camp. And I don't know after that when I'll be doing another training session. So I encourage you to join if you've been in a boot camp or you haven't yet. I'm always learning new skills, so the content is always different, even if it's a repeat of some of the material. So you can register for that on my makeupmarketers.com website. It's all on demand and recorded. So if you work during the day, you can still sign up and be a part of the class. And then it's accessible to you always. So if you have a bad week, you don't get to it that week, you still have access for good. So let's start off with a couple different quotes here. Brendan Burchard is he is my favorite motivational speaker. So if you don't follow him yet, I recommend you do. He is just very down to earth. He's got kind of a quirky sense of humor that I like, and he's been through a near-death experience. So I relate to him in his teaching of marketing and psychology, and he's just, I'm very relatable to him, so I follow him closely. And he says, the people I admire the most are those who have worked to gain the personal freedom to be free of drama, be themselves fully, to confidently and faithfully pursue their own path, to lead others without ego. So the network marketing business is an interesting one. Some things I love about it, some things I don't like about it. So you go through those, you know, roller coaster moments. And sometimes when you're excited and you want everyone to be excited for you, you get a different response from people. So with every stage of my Avon business, I learn something new, whether it's something that wants me to share more or something that makes me a little more cautious as I move forward. But I look at them as all growing experiences, and I wouldn't change any part of my journey. Hi, Sarah. It's so good to see you guys. I did take a week vacation in Florida, and I do try to get away from Avon for that week on the weekend. It helps me refresh and refuel and be able to be myself fully as a trainer and a leader with Avon when I'm working. So you'll see as you go through different parts of your business that you'll want to immerse yourself more. You'll need to step back a little. It's just the way life goes sometimes. So change the changeable, accept the unchangeable, and remove yourself from the unacceptable. I'm kind of a risk taker. I'm always on like that hairy edge. So I feel like I've gotten myself into some controversial situations. So sometimes I have to withdraw from things that I thought were going to be good for me that are no longer. So team momentum is 1,244 reps strong. Every day I work hard to try and teach you guys to be better leaders, to help you grow your teams as I kind of take a different role and be a leader to my leaders and help new representatives get started. And I don't really get that much involved in my sales side of the business anymore. It's more focused on helping people start, growing leaders, and helping people advance in their titles. So we are quickly growing with over 700,000 in sales already for this cycle. If you're new with us, we started in campaign 1 and just closed out campaign 7. Yay! Sarah's giving me a woohoo. Maybe Cheryl, I don't know if Cheryl's back on here. Hopefully she'll pop on too. Our year-to-date increase is almost 300,000. I am going for a $4 million sales goal, which would give us a $2 million increase. And I'm not just pulling my numbers out of my you-know-what. These are actual achievable numbers. As you grow your business and set goals, I highly recommend that you set achievable ones. I find that when goals are set too high or something is not achievable, it's kind of retroactive and you don't even try. So make sure that you make big goals, but achievable ones. So in campaign 7, we finished with over 115,000 in unit sales, number 31 in the nation. We're number 32 for year to date in the nation. So awesome. That is a fabulous place to be. And we would not be there without all of the work that you guys do and working your business every single day. So remember, small disciplined actions can add up to really big results in the long run. So we have some title advancements. I love title advancements. It's exciting when you move title. You have an opportunity to earn bonus money, and it means your team and your business are growing. So congratulations to Trisha, who secured her title back at Gold Ambassador, Amy Mason for Silver Ambassador, Cheryl Elvira. This woman right here is a grandmother, and I want her body. She's a surfer. She rocks. I'd love to meet her someday. So she's a bronze ambassador, campaign 6. Ellen, bronze ambassador in campaign 7, and Wendy Smith, bronze ambassador in campaign 7 as well. All right, so I like to show you a little bit about my personal life, what's going on with Avon in my life. Oops, and I skipped the slide. So we just got back from Florida. We were on the beach. It was beautiful. It was Josh's 11th birthday, so we celebrated there in Florida. And what's Cheryl doing there? 11. Oh, she's giving me the 11 fingers. Cool. So what is possible with Avon is getting to the point where you're doing so well that you have 3 vacations in 6 weeks. So we just went on a family trip. Cheryl's booing me or something, but she's on mute, so we can't hear her.
It was a woo!
Oh, okay, I thought you were like, boo.
Can you hear the mower?
No.
Oh, then I'll leave it unmuted.
Okay. So we're home for a week, and then we're going to Disney on Sunday. So that is to celebrate Avon's top sellers and top leaders from last year's cycle. And then we're home for 2 weeks, and we leave for the cruise to Bermuda. So really good problems to have when you have a bunch of trips. And I told Cheryl, like, I couldn't think about Bermuda yet because I had to go to Florida first. So big perk of the job, and you can get there. It's not easy, and it's not quickly that it happens, but it is possible. And I've been doing it for 10 years and love all the perks. So we're moving into flexible ordering. Guys, this is simpler. I think too many people are overthinking this. It's not confusing. It's going to make our lives a whole lot easier, but it is a big change. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. What this means is that you can now, starting in campaign 9, submit your order any time during a 2-week time frame. So we will all be on the same schedule. Our e-stores will all turn over on the same day. Stick with your normal due date if that makes you feel better. The advantage of submitting it earlier is that you're going to have a higher chance of the product being available. And you can always go in on your online store and do a separate order if you have any later orders that come in or you need stuff yourself. So figure out what works best for you. And just roll with it. It's going to make our lives much easier. My calendar is going to look a lot more blank with all those RPSs off there, but it's going to be a good thing. So be ready for that. Look for the flexible ordering hub on youravon.com, and you'll find the schedule on there. So Avon is coming out with this campaign insider. I just read about it for the first time today. I guess it's going to be having a live Facebook session every week. I want to say it was every Tuesday or every Wednesday. It's in your business buzz, and they're going to be giving you product tips and selling tips. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to be different than the Beauty Buzz. Cheryl, do you know anything more?
It's going to be on Tuesdays. The first one's at 4 p.m. I think it's going to be just like the Campaign Central, but it's going to be live on Facebook. I know that I replied that I was going to go.
Is it replacing Campaign Central? Do you know?
I was wondering the same thing. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so we will see what the Campaign Insider is all about. Yeah, I do remember when you said the videos that they're going to have different product demo videos and all kinds of interactive stuff to help you sell better for the campaign. My tough love speech is always about not spending all your time on social media. I know Avon's getting more active and putting more stuff out there for us to watch and learn from. That information and that material is not going to do you any good if you don't take time to put it into practice and be productive with things that are actually going to build your business. So you find the right balance between being productive and learning and socializing on social media. We have our April sales meeting coming up. I have that on a later slide. Ideal cleanse, it's a good time to cut out some of those bad things that you're eating and reset your metabolism with Ideal Cleanse. I would not recommend doing that before we're going to travel. So maybe you want to shed a few pounds, do that over a weekend or something. But it does help you to feel better, less bloat. Check it out. It's just a 3-day cleanse, and you're supposed to eat clean, and it helps you feel better. You can win a trip for 2 to New York. Every scratch-off ticket that you get will be an entry to win. And then we have our A-Box. So be sure you're ordering your demo so that you can show that off to your customers. Business updates. So over the last year, Avon, new Avon, has invested $100 million to continue to improve how we support and how they support us and how we support our customers. With any business, that means sometimes the cost of doing business goes up. So the biggest thing you can do as a business owner is to know all the facts, know how it's going to impact you, and figure out if it means a change for you and your business. So the brochures are going to be going up just a little bit if you only order a 10-pack, which I really hope you don't. I hope you all order at least 100. You're not going to see a price increase, but on that second and more packs, you are going to see a 50-cent increase. The brochures are becoming bigger because they're combining the mark and the living and stuff right into it. So that also adds to the cost. Shipping is going to be going up $1. And Cheryl, I was gonna look at this. Did you go in? I'm confused at what we have to edit. Do you know?
I went in there and I didn't see anything that needed to be edited. I believe maybe some people have that on there and they were, letting them know that they need to edit it.
Oh, is it for the online invoice?
No, it's for the online store. You know how you can put your own text in there?
Yeah.
It just says to adjust it anywhere that it appears. And I didn't see that it appeared anywhere.
Gotcha. Okay. So it is going to be going up $1. It will continue to be free shipping for online orders of 40 or more. So that pertains to our online store for our customers.
Of course, our campaign 9 won't show up until what, tomorrow?
Campaign, not the online store?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like mine's already turned over, but I think tomorrow's like the day it's supposed to.
How'd yours turn over?
Well, I think it's still on the old schedule, or maybe not. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was on campaign 9, and then tomorrow like starts the flex ordering on the online store.
Okay.
Okay. Don't mind me. I told you I've been gone for a week, so I do totally dip out. So I think it switched over because Lindsay said she switched my blogs and stuff over. But
yeah, I thought it did too, and I switched all my stuff over just to find out that it doesn't switch over until it's either Tuesday or Wednesday, so I had to switch everything back.
Okay. So yes, I do know the new date, it would switch over tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I saw that Rep Fest, you can still register for the early bird through April 15th, right?
16th.
16th. Okay, so $119, you will save 40? Is it 40 or 30?
119 versus 149, 30.
30. Okay, so save $30 and register by April 16th. What I've found is when I'm trying to weigh whether I should do something or not, you always should. So go ahead and commit and then figure out how you're going to make up for it. So when I wasn't as involved with leadership, I didn't know many people. I was hesitant to go to the conferences. I committed to it and said, well, I'm just going to make enough money to cover that because I feel like it's an opportunity that I should not miss. So I hope you look at it that way as well. There's even more reasons to attend this year with Rascal Flats and Barbara Corcoran and New Product Expo. You get to see the lineup for Christmas. They always make big announcements. So if there's a lull from like now until then, that's why they hold it all to tell us all at Rep Fest. Ellen's asking me, any chance they will extend the Aspira recruiting offer? I don't know about that. I haven't heard anything about that. But Ellen was talking about how they were giving a free bottle of the cleanse if people signed up by today, I believe. Was it the cleanse? Did I say that right? Or it was the hunger block? Hunger block. Okay. So we have 30 representatives signed up already. A lot of us are located in the Midwest, so I'm hoping that we have a huge turnout for this year. Last year, I think we had about 30 total, so I think it would be super cool if we could get about 100. Amy already has 3 team members signed up. Barbara 1, Terry 2, Cheryl 3, Sarah 3, and Trisha 1. So keep promoting that to your team members and sign up if you haven't yet. There is a group, a Facebook group where you can get to know people. You can figure out carpooling and Izzy. You can figure out carpooling and roommates. It's a little stinker. All right, Joshua, can you play with her? Okay, so upcoming Avon events. I love that Avon is showing us Sarah's saying hi to Izzy. You can have her for a couple days and then ship her back. There is a calendar of events. So this was new to me that every Monday at 7 p.m. Central, they have a webinar for pending representatives. They teach them how to submit their first order, everything you need to know before you submit that first order. So really good to know. Part of being a good leader is just knowing what's going on and sharing it to the appropriate team members and being a really good communicator. So the virtual sales meeting is April 17th. You can join us again on April 23rd. I'll put the registration link in your follow-up email. And then I do try to post everything on our Facebook, Makeup Marketing Online event page on the calendar. You can also find it on Makeup Marketers. To find Avon's events at the top of your Beauty Buzz, you can click on this and it says don't miss another training event. So what I do recommend is if it's something you want to learn about and you can't attend at the time and the date that they have it, that you still register, because sometimes that's the only way that you get the replay link. So always register, and then you can get the replay link if you aren't able to attend. So here is that calendar. I will include a link to it in our follow-up email. And then at the very bottom, you can see where it says the online store updates 1 day prior to campaign open. So April 3rd is when all of our e-stores should switch over to campaign 9. So I took this out for a little bit, but it is really important for new representatives and that we go over the basic information that all representatives should know. And sometimes it's a good reminder for those of us that are in different stages of the business. I really feel that you can make the most money if you build your face-to-face sales, your online sales, and also your team sales. In the very beginning, you are in our Kickstart program. So you have different goals to hit in each campaign. So LOA stands for your length of association. So this would be your first campaign, your second campaign. So Avon wants you to get progressively higher goals as you go. And when you hit those, you will earn 40%. Your online sales and your face-to-face sales will combine to determine your total sales for the campaign. You have this advantage over the rest of the representatives that you are able to sell this Skin So Soft Moisture Therapy bundle. It is a great deal. And most people who have bought Avon before have bought Skin So Soft. So it's a reputable brand. It's a $65 value for only $20. How can you sell it? Think about texting it to your phone contacts, posting it to Facebook, sending it in an email. Maybe you want to buy it and take a picture. Maybe you want to buy 10 sets and sell them on the spot. So the cool thing about Avon is it's very flexible, but that can be overwhelming as well because there's a lot of different ways of doing things. Find the way that you're most comfortable with and that you enjoy. Here's an idea that Renee posted in the Northwest region and giving you an example of a text that you could send out introducing that bundle. So at any stage of your business, you should be always learning. As a new representative, it's especially important that you're visiting Avon University and getting those foundation classes, and then the not so traditional way of learning by checking out who is at the top of those leaderboards. and what makes them successful. We have that trip coming up to Disney. Check out who's in the pictures. Those are the people that are making it happen. Follow them to become that crowd, okay? And it's a lot of fun. Once you start traveling and getting to know all these people, you have friends all over the nation. So it's a really cool opportunity. So top 10 in sales from our Kickstart program. We have Anna, Kelly, Beverly, Christina, Analda, Vicky, Jessica, Cindy, Mary Jo, and Stacy. A $400 order is a really good goal to get to because it's setting you up to be successful and hit the President's Club. You want to be in that club. Here is the trip that we're going on. We leave Sunday, and it's for President's Council, which we'll clarify is $110,000 or more for the entire year. So it sounds really big. Maybe you want to focus on doing a bunch of fundraisers to get there quicker. I know that seeing the trip is what made me want to be more successful, and then I figured out the way that I wanted to do it. So as a President's Council seller, I earn me and my husband for free. And then executive leaders earn a trip for one, and then I'm not sure which level of leadership earns for two. But you can find all that information under rewards and recognition and reading about the PRP program. So at a minimum, you really want to go for President's Club. So that is $10,000 for the selling cycle. So our cycles start with campaign 1. If you just joined, unfortunately, you have less time to achieve it, but it's still, we're just getting into second quarter. So you're not too far behind. This total here, 3,080, is where your award sales should be if you're going for President's Club. Stay on track through the whole year, and it'll be a lot easier to achieve at the end. You won't have to put so much pressure on yourself for Christmas. If you earn it early in the year, you get the perks for the rest of this year and then the entire next selling cycle. So the biggest advantage is getting that 40% earnings guaranteed, and then 25% on fixed earnings. So once you hit President's Club, even if you have a bad campaign and you only submit a $100 order and it's full earnings, you're still going to earn 40% because you're a member of the President's Club. So I know that representatives start making much better money when they're selling at President's Club level and when they are at Bronze Ambassador or higher. So achieve both of those levels and you will be happier in your Avon business. So something that is unique this year that they're doing is you do, you get for President's Club. So before it used to be based on your rank compared to your competitors. Now everyone that hits these requirements will get a gold. Everyone that hits these for silver will get a silver award. So you can find this as well under that rewards and recognition, and it's called Pinnacle Awards. Something else that you can do, you will start to see all of the PC lunches going on. I think they start this month in May. And what's unique to that is that people can attend whichever they want. So I did a big crazy move, and I'm inviting all of our President's Club members to celebrate here in the Chicago area. So it's going to be a really cool celebration. I'm going to get to meet Kim for the first time, and I'm going to get to meet Peter Regan. and Brandy Shelley, and then I'm gonna see Cheryl and Trisha and quite a few other of our President's Club members. So it'll be really cool to celebrate as a team. Next year's trip is to Maui, Hawaii. So you can see why you really want to go for those big sales and advance. Cheryl, did you want to say something?
Oh, Sarah felt left out.
Oh, I knew as soon as I started saying names that was a bad idea. I blame it on vacation brain. Sarah and Ellen. Okay, I apologize. Shame on me. I'll make a slide next time. Then I won't forget anyone. I always do that anyways as a leadership tip, like always pull up your reports so that you get everyone. All right, so you can go to Hawaii and there are 4 ways to earn. Get to know all the details of all these things you can earn and achieve. The possibilities are really endless with Avon, but there are a lot of fine details. So get to know your information. You will never know it all. I promise you that. Things are always changing. So our top sellers in campaign 7, we are having Wendy as a guest on the next call. So hopefully we'll find out how she's getting that big of sales. 4,600, we have Kimberly, Julitza, Peter, Joan, Ellen, Trisha, Bridget, Brandy, Maria, Mildred, Roxanne, Sarah, Rachel, Leisha. Leisha's coming too. Leslie, Angeline is coming as well, and Terry, Vilma, Dawn, and Evelyn. So you'll see a lot of our leaders and top sellers are in both categories. So the more exposure you give yourself, the easier, not the easier, but the more likely you're successful. Get engaged and involved with your Avon business and explore all of the opportunities. So Mother's Day is coming up quickly. I have that Boss Lady shirt on. Ava had the Mini Boss shirt on. So many cool. And Cheryl has Beach Bound. I don't even know, which one is that from?
It's in the Mark.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
I got those too. They're actually cute.
Awesome. Good. So always be wearing and sharing your Avon. You never know when someone's going to compliment you, and it'll give you an open opportunity to talk about your business. I just got this car magnet. Always getting cool free stuff. Fragrance is great to stock up on before holidays. So make sure you get those samples. Prepare for a successful campaign. You need to be thinking about it before you get your stuff in and your books in, because by then it's too late to get samples. So focus on fragrance around the holidays. It becomes my #1 selling category at Christmas time. You can use these fun charts to help people figure out what they like. Honestly, I don't know the current perfumes and stuff anymore. Just make sure that some of them are not discontinued, because the fragrances, some of them don't stick around for very long. So Arenthia had top 10 tips. Get educated, talk to customers, decide what to show, sample the scent, try on the wrist, present the bottle. Sometimes the bottle is what's going to sell them. They put so much time and effort into the packaging that you could have the demo there, and that could be what sells it for you. Offer the shower gel and the body lotion. It will stick with them longer. Be confident, follow up, and fragrance is giftable. So having it on hand especially for holidays where men are buying. They usually are last minute shoppers. So you can hit them up on that. And then you can even recommend a fragrance for them to buy as well. I'm gonna show you. We had the opportunity to meet Fergie. So that was one of the times that I hung out with Arenthia and Ivana. And so I've just been able to do a lot of really cool things with Avon. It's been many years, so sometimes it's fun just to look back and see all the unique experiences. Uh-oh, Franna's saying her magnet was torn. I'm sure if you call the Customer Insight Center, they will get a replacement for that. So you always want to be promoting your e-store. So this is the little message we put on the front of our books. Feel free to use that to promote your own e-store. So how that works is that everyone with an email address can use the Welcome 10 code one time only. It gives them 10% off any size order. So over the years of marketing, I've learned the importance of building a mailing list and an email list. The Avon catalog is what people relate to the most, so I try to get that into as many hands as I can. I like to make the most of my loyal shoppers, so I try to give them samples and provide them good service and follow up with customer service. I like to do my own email marketing, but you have to be disciplined with it if you take it into your own hands. I post consistently on social media, and I analyze all my numbers to figure out what works and what doesn't. Avon Social is a tool where you have thousands of images and videos to share. It's a one-stop place to get information to post on social media. You can schedule it. So definitely check that out and always be marketing face-to-face and online. So we have some top e-sellers on Team Momentum. This is kind of fun to see. On my home account, I get the commission for the online sales. So that means Avon owes me $1,700. Yay! So it's always fun to see a credit balance instead of owing money. So congratulations to Wendy, Cindy, Sarah, Haley, Patsy, Peter, Mary Jo, Tracy, Cindy, and Jennifer. Okay, I'm not following what you guys are chatting about, so hopefully you can talk amongst each other and figure it out. Like I said, one of my favorite things about Avon is the incentives and all the cool things that you can earn. My recommendation is always to be building face-to-face, online, and recruiting, and then onboarding your new representatives. So when you're doing all four of those things, when the incentives are announced, you've already started achieving. So just do those activities consistently, and the incentives will be a shoe-in. So I have been a little controversial for posting some of the information that I do, but I continue to do it to motivate my leaders and my team members. It is not to say, wow, look at my numbers, but to show you what is possible with Avon. I know that when I was only earning $12 paychecks and $15 paychecks, that other leaders showing their earnings was what kept me going. So you can't just dream big. That is important, and always believing in yourself. But you also have to work really hard to get these kinds of results. But as you can see, just in a year's time, my leadership check more than doubled. So in 2017, after March, I had earned 14,200 in leadership. This year, I've already earned over 32,000. So that is an $18,000 raise in a year's time.
Wow.
$6,000 a month. So kind of crazy numbers once you start getting to the point where they compound on each other. So I hope in sharing that it motivated some of you to keep going even when the reward is not great. So I think some of the reasons I've been successful is my generosity. I'm always doing things for other people and trying to help others, even when I'm not personally benefiting from it. So I'm always looking out for other people, sometimes too much where it's been detrimental to me. So finding that right balance has been really important. Business skills, I'm always developing personally and learning. I need to make sure that I'm challenged, otherwise I become unhappy.
There's kind of, Emily, there's a weird background noise, like heavy breathing or something. I don't know whose mic it is.
Okay. Kim, do you have?
It's pretty silent in here other than my computer making some just regular air. Is it when you mute me, does it go away?
I don't hear it now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no.
No, you're good. I don't hear anything.
It's just me in here and I'm not even moving.
I don't know, somebody else.
Let me see if I can move my papers around.
I'll mute you guys. I'm about to switch it over to Kim, so I'll just mute them while I'm finishing up here. Being courageous, so taking calculated risks and investing back in the business. I've made some risky decisions I probably shouldn't have made, but it has worked out. And you have to take risks to grow. Okay, so I am excited to welcome Kim here. She is from Pearland, Texas. She has only been on the team for not even 3 years. I'm surprised to see that. She's come so far.
Yay.
She is a gold ambassador. She's soon to retitle back to, you made it to silver leader.
The silver leader, I know.
Yeah, no.
We'll get back there.
Yeah, it's the roller coaster of leadership.
Yeah.
But you got to keep pushing. Kim has 80 team members, over 48,000 in team sales, and 153% rolling 26 campaign sales growth. So I am excited for you guys to hear from Kim, and I'm going to go on mute. Thank you, Kim, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, are you still hearing that rubbing noise? Okay. I didn't do anything, so it must have been some fluke. So anyways, I'm so excited to be here tonight. And I just kind of wanted to give you a little brief information about myself, just so you know a little bit more about me. But like Emily said, I've been part of Avon since 2015, and I've been a leader since 2016 in February. So I'm going on just over 2 years with being in leadership. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about, I guess, how we get there. I am a wife to a full-time doctorate student. My husband works, and well, he studies full-time. And so I see him for dinner, and that's about it. And then I'm a mother of 2, and they're 3 and under. And they're my beautiful, busy daughters. They keep me very busy, and I love it, and I love them, and I'm so grateful that I get to stay home with them. I studied in Weber State in Utah to receive my bachelor's degree in dental hygiene, and I've chosen to put that on hold to stay home with my girls and to work my Avon business. And then I love to play the piano and hike and volunteer and do makeup, of course. So that's just a little bit about me, so you know, going into this, a little bit more about myself. So my team's motto, I wanted to talk to you guys about that tonight. I am going to take a little different approach on this, not so much tips, but more of inspiration as we move forward with my portion of the webinar tonight. My team's motto is patience and persistence will pay. I call it the 3 Ps. My team knows about this. It's on my team board, and I have some reasonings why I chose this, and I'm going to tell you a little story about it also. So just kind of a brief introduction. Patience is the capacity to accept or to tolerate delay, trouble, or swiftning without getting angry or suffering without getting angry or upset, which in this type of business, you have to be patient because you're not going to find success right out of the gate. You have to be patient to find that success, but also with that, you have to be persistent. You can't just post once and expect all the sales to come in. You can't expect to put out 3 brochures and expect all the sales to come in. And so persistence is a firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. And you're going to find there's going to be times of difficulty or opposition in your business or advertising your business, and you just need to be persistent and work around that and use that as ways to grow your business and reach outside the little box that you're working in and to find new ways to increase your business that way. So it's normal to go through emotions, and you get upset or you fall off the horse. You need to brush yourself off and get back up and start pushing forward again. So I personally love try to achieve these qualities every day, and I encourage my team to also. And when you go through these experiences, they're going to make you stronger and more. And let's see, you're going to be stronger from them. Kind of like when you go to the gym, you're not going to become fit in one day. You're going to have to go for weeks and weeks and, even years, depending on what goals you want to achieve. So if you go to the gym one day, you're not just going to have these buff muscles and be able to lift everything. You need to go for long periods of time, and it's a process. Same with the business. You need to be spending time and effort in your business to grow, and finding multiple streams through your business through recruiting and sales and fundraising. Having multiple streams of income is the best way you're going to find the best results through your Avon business. So I'm going to tell you guys a story to kind of get my point across about the patience and persistence. So I'm sure many of you have heard the story of Sylvester Stallone. As you may also recognize him as Rocky, the movie Rocky. It's a very popular movie, and some people don't know the story behind it, which is a very incredible story. One of the most inspiring stories in Hollywood. So pay close attention. You're going to love the story. Let me get my notes out here. So in the early 70s, Sylvester Stallone, he was an unknown actor. He had taken a job in New York City and had found minor success in the Lords of Flatbush, but he was still very broke. He wanted to do more, so he decided to move to California, and things were not going well at all there. He found himself sleeping at the bus station for 3 weeks. He found himself selling his best friend, which was his dog, for, I think they said like $50, because he said either that or he was going to have, the dog wasn't going to be fed very well at the house. So he wanted to make sure his dog was taken care of. And then he quotes, or I quote, "And then one night," he says, "I went out to see Muhammad Ali fight Chuck Wepner." And if you guys don't know who Muhammad Ali is, but he is one of the best known fighters, boxers in history, basically. And so he watched this fight, and what happened is was pretty extraordinary. He says this fight was one of, let's see, and for a brief moment, this man the Chuck Wepner was fighting Muhammad Ali, and he actually stuck through the fight and actually won the fight. And he thought, this is a metaphor for life. You know, if you stick it out, you can win and you can succeed. You just have to stick it out and be patient and persistent. So this situation was a catalyst for his idea of the movie Rocky. It was a man who was going to stand up for life, take a shot, and go the distance. He started writing, and in 3 days, he had the whole script done. It was only 90 pages, and only about a third of it was used, but it was done. And later, he was on, so he kind of kept that tucked away, but later he was on a casting call for another movie, and this acting role didn't really fit his, you know, what he would like to do. But on his way out, he told the producers about the story he was writing about Rocky. And they told him to bring it by later. He kind of gave him a little blurb about it. They said, bring it by later. And they read the script and they loved it. But they didn't want him to be a part of the, you know, or to play the main actor, which was Rocky. And he was pretty devastated about that. He thought, no, I want to be, you know, if I'm going to sell my script, I want to be the actor, you know, the main part. He figured you couldn't blame him, you know. He was an unknown actor at the time, and other Hollywood types would be a much safer bet at the box office. They were looking at people like Ryan O'Neal or Burt Reynolds and others, other people to play the part of Rocky Balboa. They even offered him up to $360,000 for the script. Now, remember, he was broke. He had only $106 in his bank account. Like, he was desperate. He had lost his house, lost his dog, but he knew he had his dreams set high and he knew what he wanted. So he thought, you know, I've got this poverty thing down, is what he said. You really don't need much to live on. He says, I've pretty much got it figured out. And he says, I was in no way used to the good life. So I knew in the back of my mind that if I sold the script, it was, and it was done very well. He's like, this is what he said. He says, I'm going to go jump off a building if, you know, the movie does well and I'm not in it. So I have a visitor. Hey, baby.
What is that?
Yeah, you want to say hi?
What is that?
It's my light.
What's it
Where's
do?
Dad? You say hi?
Okay.
Okay, hold on one second. You want to take her? Okay. Go see Dad. Can you say bye? Okay. It's my little 3-year-old. She wants to say hi. She gets so curious when I'm doing these webinars. So, anyways, they offered him the $360. He didn't want to take it. And he basically wanted to keep this this part for him, and you know, and wasn't going to sell it to any producers until he was going to be the main actor, because he in his heart knew that this was going to do well. So, and he thought also, if the movie is going to go down, then he's going to go down with it, basically, and all the other people are going to go down with him. So let's see. The producers eventually relented and gave him $1 million, which at the time really isn't that much for a movie, and being the main actor. So he was able to star in it himself. They came in under budget by using like family and friends. I know his wife and his dad were in it, and his brother and brother-in-law. They played little parts here and there, you know, street singers and fight, you know, coordinators or whatever within the movie. People, they had handheld cameras, and they used, you know, one take to film most of the footage, which is very rare. And the $1 million, like I said, was, you know, very low budget for a film, even in the 1970s. So when the movie started getting screened around Hollywood, it started to get positive reaction from the crowd, but he knew that the real test was going to be at the Directors Guild, and it was going to be in front of 900 industry types, or people, you know, producers and people who were very familiar with this type of industry. So the theater was packed, but the movie was playing pretty terribly. He thought, you know, the laughs weren't coming where they were supposed to. The fight scenes seemed to be listless, and as the response was, he was pretty upset. So he just sat there as everyone left the theater, and he couldn't believe it. He felt like he really blew it, and he was humiliated and saddened by it, because he put a lot of effort into it. And so, and he, you know, he was really excited about it. So he walked down 3 flights of stairs out of the theater. And as he reached the 3rd flight, everybody was standing there for him and started to applaud him. And he says, I mean, truly applaud. I'll never experience a moment like that again. And I was watching one of his clips about it, and he said you know, that was a moment he'll never forget. And he says basically everything went downhill from there because that was the peak of everything for him. So what's incredible is that he went on to receive 9 Oscar nominations and got 3 wins, including Best Picture, which is incredible. You know, he was an upcoming star, and he stuck with what he wanted, and he had his goal set in mind, and he was patient, and he was persistent, and it finally paid off. The movie ended up grossing $200 million. And so he was completely thrilled and became one of the best known, you know, one of the best known actors in history. So I just love that movie. It goes just perfectly with our motto of my team, of patience and persistence will pay, and it's perfect for your business too. If you think about being patient over time and being persistent, you are going to start seeing numbers like Cheryl and like Emily. You know, Emily didn't build her business just overnight. It's taken her time and effort and sacrifice, and she's, you know, seeing the success that she's had in mind for many years. So and even just being patient and persistent for myself. This weekend, I just got a sell from my Instagram. I sell Avon on Instagram, and someone, you know, I talked to months ago, she finally placed her order, and she wants to buy some more new and have some more, be more of a regular customer. So if you're patient, you're persistent, you know, it's going to pay, and your business is going to take off, and you know, it's a roller coaster. So just hang in there, and you know, when you're going downhill, just know there's going to be an uphill at the very end too. So that's pretty much it. And I did want to say, you know, with social media, because on Emily's team, a lot of the focus is on social media. Being patient and persistent on social media is crucial too, because you're not going to get a sale by posting once or twice or even 10 times. You're going to have to post, you know, daily or weekly on a regular basis to see those sales come in, not just due to the algorithms through Facebook and Instagram that they have. You know, they only share if you have so many likes and whatnot. But if you're persistent, you're going to be planting seeds, and those seeds are going to be paying off. You know, they're going to grow, and people are going to be interested. And when they're ready to buy, you're going to be there and available to sell to them. So that's my little blurb there, Emily.
Oops. Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah. I just like your chat.
Thank you, Kim.
Yeah.
I love how you guys share and all come up with your own unique way to share something that's valuable. So it's so fun as a leader to see all of you guys developing. And I can finally sit back a little bit and not work as hard. So you guys have that to look forward to. But thank you so much, Kim.
Yeah, happy to do it.
And I think Miss Cheryl takes it over from here.
Ma'am. Hi, everybody. So before I even get started, I'm going to share. I got my Avon water bottle from the Blab. Build Like a Boss ticket. Emily has a funny look on her face.
No, I was just reading. Don't pay attention to me.
And then I got my Aspira booklet and my Aspira bag from the Aspira Challenge. It's white, which I have a problem with. But you know what? We'll just let it get dirty. Me and white don't get along too good. So some of our new products that are coming up. If you look at this picture, you've got the Cabana Cool, the purse and the hat, and the espadrilles. Espadrilles, that's hard to say. And then the perfume, Scotch Guard. Cheryl, hey, that's a good idea. This perfume, if you guys go to your What's New and you can rub your wrist on it, it smells so good. I think it's going to be a hot seller, so get a demo so that you can share it with your customers. It's going to have the tangerine, orange blossom, and soft amber kiss. But anyways, it just smells so good. And then we have the Radiant Glow Skin Luminosity Polish that you're going to polish your face with. And then the Radiant Glow Illuminating Dry Oil Mist is going to give yourself like a little bit of a shine, which is going to be nice. We're on that cruise to Bermuda. Oh boy. And then we have Emily's got the makeup there. Let's see, that price is going to be, in the demo book, the palette is going to be $5.99, and the lip liner and eyeliners are going to be $3.59. I really want to get the eyeshadow palette. I really like those colors. And there's a little bit, you know, that'll match pretty much everything that you're wearing. And then these jellies and the flip-flops, perfect for summer. I haven't seen cute jellies in a long time, so I'm excited about those. So always be checking your demo books, your what's new, and wear it, share it, and sell it. Yay. I can't wait to get that perfume. The Beauty Essentials Sampler, there's the product number 003837. You can buy as many as you want. The more you buy, the cheaper they are. 1 for $6, 5 for $27, 10 for $48. I think the best buy for me is the 10 for $48. They cost $4.80 a piece. You get 4 items in there, so you're looking at $1.25 per item. I mean, how great is that to give as gifts with your customers' orders? If you have a customer, you know, that has like $100 order, why not just give her an entire bag? You can follow up with them, see how they liked it. Yeah, so it's a 31 value for $10 if they actually want to buy it themselves. But I've bought mine to give as gifts to my customers. And they are different than the A box. The sampler grows your customer base, while the A box boosts your average order size. So keep that in mind. And then these are some of our things that are coming up. The iLift Pro, we have the national advertising coming up, and we have the sample cards. I should have brought some in here with me. I do have the new sample cards, and I did include them with my campaign 8 orders. They're really nice. They have, you know, both items of the iLift Pro on there. So hopefully, oh, look, Emily's got it. Yes, there you go. They're very good looking. I put them in with the brochures, so get those to your customers. And then we have the gold peel off mask. I actually used it, and I do have to say, I liked the way my face felt. It's really neat when you put it on because your face is all gold and shiny, but it peels off really good. I use the other mask that we have, oh, I can't think of the strip that goes on your nose or whatever. And when I peel that thing off, it hurts. I mean, I think it's taken the hair off and everything, but this one is very gentle and it works really well. And then we're going to be promoting the Aspira Calm. I actually tried it for the first time. It's funny, you have the restful sleep photo, but anyways, the Aspira Calm, I tried it for the first time because my husband thought I was getting a little moody. and it actually did help calm me down and make me feel a lot better. So make sure that you're getting those samples to your customers. For $5, you get the 10 packets with the little description card. It's worked for me to get customers to actually buy stuff. Did Buddy throw one in your mouth? No, he didn't even know I had it, but he knows now.
He's pouring it in our drinks.
No kidding, huh? No, but I said I should take some. He's like, yeah, why don't you get on that? And I'm like, okay. So this is the advertising campaign that they're doing. It's going to be in the Allure, Elle, Marie Claire, Glamour, and Cosmopolitan magazines. And it is going to, I believe in certain areas, California, Florida, New York, they're going to actually have the actual sample in the magazine. But I don't believe it's going to be in all of them.
It is New York, New Jersey, Illinois, Connecticut, Florida, Texas, and California.
Awesome.
To 1.5 million subscribers.
Wow. Now, is that the only area that it's the actual ad will be in there, or will those be the only areas that will have the sample?
Those are the only ones that have the samples.
Okay. All right.
I think.
We're not
So
sure.
I read it.
But make sure that you're buying those samples and that you are putting them in with your customers' orders, especially your skincare customers. I had a couple of customers that weren't interested and they gave them back to me, which was fine. I hate to waste anything. They had said that they tried it and it wasn't their cup of tea or whatever. So at least offer it to your customers that might be interested in it. And the peel off mask, you got to get this, because what you can do is you can buy this product. You're going to get 40% off. If you're a President's Club, you're going to get 50% off when you buy it. And what you can do is take it with you on your deliveries, and you can put a little bit, just a little bit on your customer's hand. And while you're there, you know, delivering their order, and then it dries and they can peel it off and let them actually try it. And then tell them, you know, how much it's going to be, what the benefits are, and ask them if you can order one for them. So always have something to demo. And then the same thing with your Aspira. They have the natural energy, the calm, and the restful sleep available in sample packs. And what I've done is I've kept track who I've gave what. So if I've already given one of my customers the calm, then the next time, excuse me, I'll do the restful sleep, etc. And I'm finally starting to get people that are interested in the calm and the restful sleep. I haven't sold any natural energy. I think they just prefer their coffee. I don't know. But I am starting to get sales, and it's because they actually tried the product. Okay, your build like a boss. Remember, this goes through campaign 10. So we only have 2 campaigns left, but that's plenty of time. All you have to do is get a personal recruit to place a $150 order or more, and you're going to earn your scratcher tickets. I only got one, and I did earn the Avon water bottle. I have one, so I'm giving it to a friend. I promised it to her. But if you do the hashtag on Facebook, hashtag blab about Avon, you're going to see all of the people, what they've earned, and watch them scratch. And it's so much fun. And there's so many amazing prizes. And every scratcher ticket is a winner. So you can't lose. Okay. Okay, so here we have the total number of tickets that people have earned. Heather, Rebecca, Barbara, Tricia, April, Cheryl, Ellen, Amy, Gisela, Nancy, myself, James, Sarah, and Kelly. So some of you have got 2. So share in our group pages what you guys won. I would love to see. And then we have all of our pending contracts that people have. We've got Cheryl, Sharon, Bettina, Jacqueline, Vicky, Leisha, Larissa, Kim, Amy, Gisela, Joy, Patricia, Christina, Shaylin, myself, Jane, Rebecca, Sarah, Kelly, Brandy, Wendy, Tricia, Letitia, and Felicia. Dang, I'm good. Those are how many pending contracts are out there. Can you imagine if they all placed that qualifying order? All of the prizes that we're all going to be getting. So encourage them to place those orders, get those tickets, and let's all scratch, you know, whether maybe we'll save them for the PC tributes or Rep Fest or whatever, but let's earn some tickets, guys. And then we have our total appointments. I'm not going to read the list again, but these are all of the reps who have actual qualified new recruits that are total appointments. So these are people that have reps that have appointed, not necessarily qualified new recruits, right, Amy? I mean, Emily.
I think I got it. No, the pending contracts. This is what's actually on the Build Like a Boss report. So I think it's a qualified appointment, and then they have to pay for it on time.
Got it. That's a mouthful for me.
Oops, there's more. And if you're new to signing up team members, we do have a low startup cost. Unfortunately, that means some people don't ever start. So if this is your first team member and they don't start off amazing like you were hoping they would, don't take it personally. Just be there as a leader and supporter, and they're the ones who have to be successful. You can help them with the tools and the tips and the information, but they're the ones that have to do the work.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I think I still have over 50 pending appointments. So that's why you constantly need to recruit, because you might have recruited 10 people, but maybe only 2 or 3 of them will actually place an order. So as long as you continually recruit, you're going to keep building your team. So I'm brain dead. Bye, Kim. You did great. Love your story. Okay, so earn double the promotion bonus. So if you signed up and you place your first order, this is like an example. How long does this go to? To campaign 13. So when you sign up, say we're starting in campaign 9, you just signed up, you're placing your first order in campaign 9, but you promote to bronze ambassador within 3 campaigns of campaign 9, you're going to get double the bonus. The standard bonus is $500. You're actually going to get a $1,000 bonus. And then it continues on, but it does end in campaign 13, but double the bonus if you're already a silver ambassador, since campaign 5, and you promote to gold ambassador, you're going to get a $2,000 bonus. So this is a great incentive for all of our new leaders. And then we have the pinning streak. This goes from campaigns 1 to 13. If you're a seasoned rep and you place an order of any size, campaigns 1 to 13, each campaign, you're going to get the Avon pin. If you started after campaign 1, is it after? I hope I say this right. Your first campaign, you place an order of any size. Your second campaign, $150. Your third campaign, $200 or more. Then you get the Avon pin. You don't have to consecutively place an order campaigns 1 to 13. Just 3 consecutive orders as listed here, and you'll get the pin. Oh, there we go again. Okay, signing someone up on your team. If you haven't started leadership yet, seriously consider it, because it's just another avenue of income, and you really should take advantage of all 3 areas, as Emily, I'm sure, said before, which is your face-to-face sales, your online sales, and leadership. The thing about leadership is it's residual income. So to get somebody to sign up on your team, somebody that's interested, send them to startavon.com and have them use your reference code. And Emily has an example here, youravon.com, and her website is /eSegrin. Mine's S. Papayan. So whatever that is, you send them that reference code, the last part of that, and that's how they would sign up. So anytime anybody is interested, make sure that they have your information. They may not be ready right that minute, but maybe tomorrow, maybe late at night. A lot of people sign up like at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. So make sure they have that information. Earn big money with team building. This is one of the great things about leadership. When you sign somebody up on your team and they place that first or second order of $150 or more, you automatically get a $20 bonus for each person who accomplishes that. If you're in the Kickstart program, still your first 0 or 1 through 7 campaigns, you're going to get a $50 bonus every time you successfully sign somebody up and they place that $150 order. Now, here's the second good thing about it. For the lifetime of that representative that you signed up, even if they didn't place that first order of $150 or they didn't meet their Kickstart goals, it doesn't matter. As long as you're placing an order of $50 or more every campaign, you're going to earn a 3% sponsoring bonus on all the people that sign up on your team for the lifetime of those representatives. That's awesome. That's what we call residual income. And then as your team grows and you would advance in title, you're going to get bonuses. Here's the ambassador bonuses. When you promote to bronze ambassador, it's a $500 bonus, silver $750, and gold $1,000, and it just keeps going up from there. And those bonuses, they can come handy at just the right time. Trust me. I love bonuses. I really like the sponsoring bonus because it's just forever. And then here is your career and compensation plan at a glance. Boxed in the green are all of the bonus that you're going to earn off of your team. Those $20 bonuses, the 3% sponsoring bonus, your mentor bonuses, and your bonuses as you advance. And then Emily has these little highlights over here, and I don't know what they are. I never know.
What? Over here?
On the left-hand side.
These?
Lead delegation, Alma lead by.
Okay, so there's different perks as you get to the sales leader levels. So once you're a star promoter, if you have an upline leader that gets leads and delegates, you are eligible to receive them. So if you've heard leaders talk about Alma, that's basically the program that Avon gives us to use to manage our leads. You are not supposed to be delegated any Alma leads until you're to the star promoter level. When you're at the bronze ambassador level, you actually have the opportunity to buy Alma leads. So when I said I was courageous and maybe a little bit crazy, I always max out my Alma leads, which has probably been outside of my budget sometimes, but it has definitely paid off for me. I don't think this business would have grown as fast at all if I hadn't invested in Alma. So once you're in bronze ambassador or higher, you have the option to buy leads. At gold ambassador, you can expect to make around $500 extra per month with your Avon business. At gold leader, an estimated $2,000. Now these totally differ based on how many people are in your first generation, your second generation, how many leaders you have. So these really are just ballparks because it can be totally different from one gold leader to another. When you get up to the executive level, that's where it pays off all those years of hard work where you didn't want to keep going, but you did. That's where the money starts rolling in and the incentives and everything else that makes all those years worth it. So like Kim mentioned, persistence pays off, and patience. So you need both in this business, definitely persistence. So Cheryl's asking, do you have to buy Alma leads? No, absolutely not. That is something that Avon offers to us if we want. You don't have to join in on it at all. Is it worth the cost to use Alma leads even though it is not part of the incentive? I have found that the amount of money I've invested into Alma leads has doubled the amount it increased my salary. So for me, it has been completely worth it. But again, it's all going to depend how much time and effort you put into as a leader, how much you train your team members, how you onboard them. So there's so many different variables that it all depends. For me, it has definitely been worth it. Cheryl, I think, would agree.
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't be where I am today without, first of all, Emily's mentorship, and secondly, without Alma. It's worth it.
So we don't. I was going to say, we don't recommend that you depend on it fully. It's always better to be bringing in your own leads as well, but it is a really good lead source.
And stay within your budget and your comfort zone.
Yeah, don't get in trouble. Don't listen to me about going outside your budget. You don't want to run up an Avon bill that you can't pay and lose your business. So we all have different financial backgrounds, how much we're willing to take risks. Don't let it, you owe Avon more money than you can afford, because you're going to get in way more trouble that way. So if you have the time and the money, invest. So March was crazy for Team Momentum. Our biggest munch, now I'm all tongue-tied. Our biggest month, March ever, 170 new team member appointments, and that was 32 of you recruiting. Oh my God. So in February, I think we had 100. So that is huge growth. Congratulations to all of you. I definitely recommend that you try leadership, even if you are nervous about it or not excited. You may turn to like that part of the business the most. That's what's happened for me. So way to go to those of you that have recruited 2 or more: Cheryl, Trisha, Jane, Heather, Becky, Wendy, Barbara, Sarah, Cheryl, Leisha, Kim, Gisela, Amy, Shaylin, Jacqueline, Patricia, and Leticia. 2 or more in March. And then we have all of you that have added 1 so far in March. So keep adding. It is a cyclical business, so always be adding. You're always going to be dropping, no matter how good of a leader you are. There's always going to be people falling off. So that's why you always want to be growing. Our top 5 team sales: Cheryl, Jane, Kim, Terry, and Wendy. And then our top 5 team reps: Cheryl, Jane, Kim, Terry, and Trisha. Congratulations. I hope you guys all follow me on our Disney adventure. Avon always puts us up at top-notch resorts. Don't look at anything other Avon reps have done as impossible, because I was always in your seat looking up to someone else saying, I want to do that too. I never gave up. And now I do have the Avon career that I always dreamed of having, earning trips and traveling and working the hours when I want to and being with the kids when I want to. It's not always stress-free. It's stressful, but I live a happy, balanced life that keeps me happy. And provides well for my family, hopefully to the point where Rob can enjoy retirement early someday. So I want to end it. Thanks for sticking with us. I know it's a long call with the hour and a half. I may have to brainstorm with Cheryl to see how we can cut that down a little, because I know that's a really long time. But I hope you learned something new. If you are new, don't be overwhelmed. Always focus on building. I miss you guys, Team Momentum and Makeup Marketers. I'm gonna be on for a week, and then I'm gonna vacation again. So you'll hear from me a lot this week, and then I'm gonna take some time off again. So I'd rather be tired than broke. Keep working until you are making the money that you want to be making. Spread love as thick as you would Nutella. So the cool thing about sharing your excitement and your cool stuff is that people are attracted to you. The downside is it brings on jealousy. So don't let that deter you. Always reach higher and remember what your why is. My why has always been about my family. And if you are focused on keeping things happy, in a good place with your why, then everything else will fall into place for you. So thank you again, Cheryl, for co-hosting, and
Thank you,
Kim Karpowitz, for sharing with us. It's fun to watch her as a young mom. I know it's really hard when your kids are really little. So the cool part is our business grows with us. And with that, thank you guys for joining, and I will chat with you later. Good night.
bye.
Bye.